Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here with a special video. I ordered this phone, the BlackBerry Evolve. It showed up today. I wanted to go ahead and do my unboxing and first impressions video. So I've really been looking forward to testing this out for a little while. I recently did a couple videos. It got brought up by some people and they were like, hey, why not the BlackBerry Evolve? Well, the BlackBerry Evolve is an important device for people over in India, but not so much here in the United States because of the LTE bands. It just doesn't work, and it doesn't support Verizon or Sprint at all, and very, very limited network bands for I think the 2 and 3G on GSM networks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the BlackBerry Evolve, see what it looks like, see what it has to offer, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Now, before we get into this, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button, the little notification bell so you get updates on the latest and greatest. Now, let's take a look at the BlackBerry Evolve. Alright, so here we are with the elusive BlackBerry Evolve. That's elusive to us in the United States because, of course, it came out in India. It was exclusively launched there by a brand called Optimeus. So there were actually it was three different licensing agreements, but the two primary ones, of course, we know BlackBerry Mobile. It was the extension of TCL, of which they made the Key 1, the Key 2, all those devices. This one and the BlackBerry Evolve X were released in India under the brand Optimeus, and they made this phone. So there's not really any connection or similarity to them at all, other than the fact that they're Android BlackBerry devices that were not exclusively made by BlackBerry themselves. Now, it's got a USB-C on the connector on the bottom. It's got a 5.99-inch 1080p LCD screen, 13 megapixel cameras on the back, dual 13 megapixel cameras, 4 gigabytes of RAM with the Snapdragon 450, a 4,000 milliamp battery, which is really, really good, especially for a Snapdragon 450. It's got this nice rubberized, dimpled texture back on it, which is all one solid piece with the BlackBerry logo subdued on it. It looks and it feels nice. Now here, putting it next to the Motion. Now, like I said, these are both made by completely different companies. So as you can see and would expect, there's a lot of different there's a lot of differences between them. There's not really any continuity whatsoever, and you would expect that because they came from two different companies that both had their individual vision on what they wanted their BlackBerry phone to look like. And it was kind of a novel concept, at least to me at the time, that you've got companies that are not BlackBerry making these BlackBerry phones. But I think that it worked out pretty well, and you can see here both of them look unique, both the Motion and the Evolve, but I think that you could look at them and, objectively say that they both look like legitimate BlackBerry phones. Now, putting them side by side here, you can see the profiles and dimensions. There's not really a whole lot that's similar other than the fact that the power button's on the right side and the SIM tray is on the left side. But either way, I just wanted to go ahead and take a moment to put them side by side like that so you could have an opportunity to see, because not only do most people not know that the BlackBerry Evolve exists, or that the Motion exists, much less get to see both of them side by side in the same video. Now, taking a look at the rest of what's in the box, we have our documentation here, which is pretty standard. The boxing actually looks similar to other BlackBerry mobile devices. There's a SIM ejector tool here, which I actually really like this. It's got the BlackBerry logo that's machined and cut out of it, so I think it's pretty cool. I'll probably go ahead and use that one as my dedicated SIM ejector tool, just because it's cool. Standard documentation in there. And then we have our USB-C cable, our earphones, and then the power brick in here. And it's kind of neat that they have this block of foam in here, and it just sets in there nicely. And I lucked out. I got this on Amazon. I paid like $129. It says it was like new, open box, and it seems like whoever had it took really good care of it or hardly used it at all. But there's a little USB-C cable there. Here is the power brick, which has the overseas power connector on it. I guess that's for India. That's where it should be, I suppose. I don't know what it's particularly called, but that's what it is. And then we have the earbuds as well in here, which let's go ahead and look at those. I'd imagine that they probably do have the BlackBerry logo on them. It comes with extra ear tips and stuff. There, I'm curious. I'm going to go ahead and open up the plastic wrapper on here and have a closer look at it, but I'm fairly certain that it probably does have the BlackBerry logo on there. like the other BlackBerry mobile ones do. And there we go. Surprise of surprises, confirmed BlackBerry logo. Now that's it for the unboxing portion. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a closer look at the phone. All right, so the BlackBerry Evolve is a very interesting device. It's available, it came out in 2018 over in India. It was not available here in the United States. It still is not. And the reason being is it just doesn't support our networks. They have different networks over there for their LTE bands and all that stuff. So no LTE bands work here in the US as far as I know. So no 4G, no LTE. I think some 3G bands might work. I'm getting very limited 2G coverage and it keeps popping in and out with T-Mobile. So this is really not a realistic phone for you to use here in the United States. And that's very unfortunate because I think it's pretty neat. I'm actually really enjoying it. Now it is not the fastest in the world. It's got a Snapdragon 435 in it, but they did some good things. They put 4 gigabytes of RAM in it. They put 64 gigabytes of storage. It's got dual 13 megapixel cameras on the back. It's got a 16 megapixel camera on the front. So all the biggies and knees. You've got a 4,000 milliamp battery, and then putting it side by side here with the BlackBerry Motion, you can see they have some stark contrast to them. I mean, you've got this faux carbon fiber look that BlackBerry was kind of known for with the back of their BlackBerry 10 devices, most notably the Q10 and the Z30 that they rolled with on the Motion. And then we got the dual camera setup here on the BlackBerry Evolve. So it's got this kind of dimpled back on it, and then you've got the subdued BlackBerry logo with the very clear fingerprint sensor on the back versus the front-mounted fingerprint sensor with the home button combination on the front of this one. So not really a whole lot of similarities here whatsoever. The Evolve has a nice weighted feel to it. It's very balanced. It feels premium. It doesn't feel like it's hollow or cheap by any stretch of the imagination. It's got metal sides on it, this rubberized back, and I think that it's a pretty neat little phone. The BlackBerry logo down there on the bottom. Now, the fingerprint sensor does work pretty well. It's not the fastest in the world, but we're talking about nearly 2-year-old technology here. It does work fine. It does facial recognition. It's kind of like, the cheap, all the facial recognition they do that don't have the integrated Face ID sensors and all that stuff. It basically just scans an image of your face. I haven't tested it out to see if you could fool it with the photo or anything, but it didn't take a whole lot to get it set up. But either way, it works. You can see here that it does work. Tested it out. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little feature that's in there. Other than that, the security is quite a bit outdated. As you can see, I went ahead and pulled up there has not been a software update since November 5th of 2018. So quite a while now. It is about a year behind the BlackBerry Key 2 and Key 2 LE devices. So there is that. But again, if you're in the US, you're probably not going to be too concerned with using this phone. But overall, I do like it. I'm interested in getting into playing with it some more. It's got the headphone jack on top. Like I said, it seems like a decent device. It's very unfortunate that it doesn't support our networks here, so I can't actually carry this around and use it. I've been playing with it with like Twitter and Slack and some other things, and it seems to perform okay. The Snapdragon 435 processor is not a terrible processor. It's an 8-core. It's clocked at 1.8 gigahertz. I don't know about all the other core information with regards to the individual cores, but I did do a little preliminary research on it. There were a couple other phones, I think a Nokia, that came out with this processor last year and some other ones. So it's not uncommon. It's just not the most powerful in the world. And I would have liked to have seen probably a little bit more. In 2018, of course, we had the Key 2 was running the Snapdragon 660. Now the BlackBerry Evolve X, I believe, is running the Snapdragon 660, but not this one. And then it is a little behind the power curve when it comes to power with respect to the BlackBerry Key 1, the Motion, and also the Key 2 LE. But it has some other things going for it as well that those didn't. So I'm interested. I'm going to go and take a look at this. I'm going to do some comparisons, especially like between the Motion, because of course, they're touch sensitive, all touch screen devices that came out around the same time period. But I wanted to go ahead and open this, show it off, give you a preliminary look at it, talk about some of the features, and let you know that more happy is coming. So that's all I've got in this video with the BlackBerry Evolve. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. Like I said in the beginning, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you can get updates on the latest and greatest. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.